Premier League very keen on improving behaviour from managers and players next season, but we're just wondering whether there's a case for it to be improved, straight away. What are your thoughts on the behaviour generally of players and managers?
I think it's caused by the game. I think the game is unbelievably frustrating because the people at the very top of the game aren't allowing the officials who are being judged when they're officiated by TV cameras and angles to prove that they're wrong and they're wrong and they're wrong and they're wrong. That is transmitting to the punter, that is transmitting to everybody, and everybody sees clearly that, oh, hang on, that's wrong, why can't we change this to make it right? And if that was at the very top level, I don't think you get the problems on a Sunday where referees, we see them on a Saturday night, they're wrong because we've seen camera angles that the fourth official could easily see, quickly see, like they do in the cricket and they do in tennis. So until Mr. Blatter actually lifts us the ban and says, yes, you can do that, I totally agree with it. I think it's a waste of time in the Champions League seeing all those extra referees. Look what we can see now. Well, they're not TV cameras and they only need one of them stood on the side who's already there anyway to actually look at it and say, yeah, that is a goal. That was offside. And only on the big ones, it won't take 2 seconds. So until he actually gets that right, I think the game's in a mess. I said it at the start of the season at the league managers meeting with the Premier League, and no one listened to me. Even Fergie told me to shut up because the meeting had gone on too long, but by the end of it, he was ranting and raving at his comments about referees. And I said, well, wait a minute, let's watch it, and it would solve all of it. So the technology's there, why not use it? We're judging them on that, why not do it? So, my answer's the same as it's been all season until someone listens. And I think you'll find that they'll be, because all my words will go nowhere, unfortunately. Because I'm totally convinced I'm right.
Your words go everywhere.
Well, they don't because they're not going to them. And we already got it here. Let us trial it. Let us start it now. It's already in place. Start it now. And let's get all these results that determine whether someone goes up or stays up or goes down. Or let's get it right. And it isn't goal line technology. It's just a delayed thing for the fourth official. We're not allowed to talk to him because he's too busy telling the referee if that's exactly right or not. And all of us managers would be more than happy. We'd never have a fight. We'd never do that. We don't even need a little white line around our dugouts because we just want the referees to get it right as possible. So give them the technology, it's already there. It's just completely nonsensical rubbish, in my opinion, that we can't just change it right now.
So even now, for the last 8 games of the season, no reason why not?
Do it. Let's do it for a trial. Let's see a smile on everybody in Britain's face, particularly the referees. I'd hate to do their job. I'd hate to have to do their job because they must be a bag of nerves when they get home. Was that right? Of course it was right at the time. What they see, I believe every one of them gives it right. But they don't see what we see. They're not judged like we are. And we can judge them before the end of the game. Because my analyst has got it when I come in. All you got to do is 5-second delay, straight through to the dugout. There it is. I did it at Plymouth, it's easy. And the fourth official gives it. He's already linked to the ref. Actually, that was a goal. He was onside. Goal. And you only got 6 seconds. Why I say 5 seconds? Because if the game's gone on and it didn't go over the line and they've played on, they can't score in that time. So you could go back to that event and it's right. So easy. Just let me take over the game. It would be so easy, everybody. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Because they can't do my job. Is that fair enough?
I'll pass that on.
And can I just say one thing? I think the Premier League have to be really careful about making an elite setup for players. That clubs who've got an elite academy set up can have the best players and they can steal them from little clubs like ourselves. Because I've just been to Spain and Spain produced players all over the place. I went to Getafe and they produce players, fantastic players. So do Real Madrid, so do Barcelona. They're set up and their coaches told me, it's not all of this, it's one pitch, one ball and good players. So I think you're getting it totally wrong. My chairman's just been down there, you're getting it totally wrong. I think you're absolutely wrong. Because all these players will get stacked and racked and we won't see them and they won't play and they won't learn their trade. like Scott Sinclair is now doing, having been stacked and taken away from Bristol Rovers at Chelsea and stacked at Chelsea and stacked at Chelsea, and now he's only blossoming now and he's 22. Just well done to them. They bought him for $1.5 million. You know, but I'm just totally worried about what on earth they're thinking. All of us can, as long as we get our coaching right, and you pass the ball, and your emphasis is on passing the ball and moving, then why can't we produce as good a player as someone with a wonderful bit of grass and a beautiful dome over the top of it? Why will they produce any better players than I will? I think it's a disgrace, and I'm really concerned about it. So I'd like to flag that up. I think you're wrong.